G'day viewers, how they hanging? Peter here. Spontaneous video today, so I don't think it'll be very long. I was just rummaging around the shed and I needed to grab a pair of long nose pliers, and so I just quickly grabbed these ones. As you can see, they're pretty rough. I don't know if you can see. They've been chewed by a dog. Now, I acquired these somehow or other, and some dog has used this as a chew toy. I think I bought a box of tools at a market or something, and I didn't really want them because the chrome's come off Mr. I. Elliott, maybe Ian Elliott, I don't know. But if I hold them, will that focus? No, it's not going to, is it? Wonder if I go here. It's not going to focus, is it? How can I do this for you guys? It's not going to focus. You're going to have to take my word for it. That when it's closed, there is a gap. It's focusing on the outside, isn't it? I wonder if I can do it. Yeah, that's better. That's about as close as I can focus. So see, there's about a 1.5 millimeter gap, and also I got my ruler, and one jaw is bent more than the other, and I thought, well, look, this is a pretty crappy pair of pliers. I mean, it's a good brand. I like sidchrome. Sidchrome was an Australian company. It was started during World War II. I think a fella down in Wonthaggi made a lot of money selling padlocks to the American soldiers. I think there's about 200,000 of them based down at Albert Park in Melbourne. And here, actually, I've got a shifter here. If you look at, what does that say? Oh, I'll have to put my glasses on, hang on. It says forged, 6-inch forged sidchrome alloy steel. Siddons Lock and Tool Company, Melbourne, Australia. Now, if you looked at that, you would think that was made in Australia. My understanding is sidchrome used to make beautiful tools, sockets, open enders and ring spanners, tyre levers and all sorts of things like that. But the shifters, to my knowledge, they always got made by Barco in Sweden. So I'm pretty sure it says Melbourne, Australia on it. I'm very confident that that was made in Sweden. Someone told me once they might have had trouble getting them and they got them from Riga in Spain, but I don't know if that's true or not. But sidchrome would farm out. They wanted a full range of tools. So the stuff they didn't make, they would farm out. So I'll put that back. So here's a pair of pliers I bought in the 1970s when I was an apprentice. Now, yeah, they've served me well, and I did have to sharpen them. When I bought them, I wonder if I can do the same thing. When I bought them, the wire stripping element of them was, they were quite blunt. So if you're doing electrical work and trying to strip wires, they would just depress the vinyl and they actually wouldn't cut. So I got a little Dremel, I don't know if you can see there, and I sharpened them, and I did that in about 1980 or something, and they have worked very well, and these are very, very sharp and still are. I haven't touched them since. It's missing a bit of chrome there because of that, but that's what I did. probably somewhere between 1970 and 1980. But these, it says sidchrome on them, but I think these were made in Japan. I don't know why they didn't go to Knipex, but I'm pretty sure these were always from a Japanese supplier, and they put these beautiful red handles on, and it matched all the sidchrome stuff. And the sidchrome stuff always looked beautiful, worked well. So I don't know what brand. I think there might have been 2 or 3 different suppliers in Japan, so they're not always identical. But I mean, I've had them for nearly 50 years, and I use them often, and they're just a good product. Now, I've acquired this in a box with other stuff, and really it's looking a bit sad, and I thought, well, if I break it, I'm not going to be that fussed, because the chrome's gone, they've got a name, they're bent, the dog's chewed the handles. I mean, actually they're a little bit stiff, but that I could fix that. But the main thing is, it's got an overbite and the jaws aren't straight. So I thought, well, what the fuck am I going to do? So let's take my ruler. Let's take my ruler over and see what I'm going to do. I'll put you. I've got a U-Butte little holder. Oh, here's another thing. I just got a birthday present from my granddaughter Madison. She knows me pretty well, and for my birthday present she bought, it's a metal sign, it's actually metal. Warning, no stupid people. So don't tell me my grandkids don't know me. So I don't know what you're going to be able to see. This is the first time I've used this stand. Now, can you see me? I don't know. Now, I had a bit of a check, and I did notice that one side is worse than the other. So if I break the jaw, this side seems to be a bit worse. So what I've done, I've opened the vise. Here's my dad's little Carter vise. What's that open? 1/4 inch or something? And I'm just going to put it in there, and then using the same handle that is the same piece of steel as the jaw, and estimating where the fulcrum is. So I'm either going to break this or straighten it. I'll just hold this up to the light. So it's around about there. It needs bending. I don't know if it's going to work. Surprisingly, at the thicker part, because of course as it gets thinner it's more likely to bend, and that makes common sense. I question how interesting this is going to be to you people. Let's see if we can break it, eh? I don't know what grade of steel this is, but it would be a pretty good tool steel, I would think. So if we break it, I'm not going to be that upset. Okay, now that's a bit better. Let's try this side. This side is much the same, so it needs to be bent that way, doesn't it? It'd be a shame if I broke it. And I'm not so worried about the tips, I'm more worried about the body of it, because I think the tips, I can just do a tappy tap tap. So it wants to be about there. Of course, if I can bend this, it means in use you can bend them. That's actually not bad. Yeah, one side is definitely worse than the other. So I'm just going to try a tappy tap tap. How much? I really don't like breaking things, but let's hope we don't do that. Whenever I turn my camera on, I'm just fucking around the shed. I mean, I've never done this before, so I mean, this child channel is the stuff I put on YouTube is just, I don't fucking know what I'm doing. Yours definitely done something. That one still needs to go. Be a shame if I broke it now, wouldn't it? What the fuck's going to happen? You never know, because I don't know. That's fucking good. There is a slight, yeah, that's fixed. I fucking did it. Let's take you back. I don't know what you can see here. All right, let's see. That's pretty fucking good. Now, the fact that I could bend it in one direction means that you can bend it in the other direction, but I don't know how much force can be applied. They're only little, what is it, 6-inch pair of pliers or something, 7-inch I'd say, about 7-inch pair of pliers. Well, hang on, these are 8, aren't they? So if that's 8, oh, fucking, maybe they are 8 inches. Okay, it's an 8-inch pair of pliers. All right, well, it's a crappy pair of pliers that I don't know if I'm going to put in my toolbox, because they really are. I mean, you can't buy these plastic handles. I can't get it re-chromed. They do work. Actually, these ones are very sharp. So I could actually keep these as wire cutters, because straight out of the box, I'm telling you, that'll cut PVC, TPS and electrical wiring, no problem. So straight out of the box, they're very sharp. But they did bend in use. So a little bit of a concern. Anyway, that looks like they're fixed. So I'm a fucking genius. All right, well, who knew that? But it could have just as easily as broken, couldn't it? Have a broken jaw. All right, I'll say hooroo, fellas. Bye-bye. Hey, he's heard me coming. See how they respond by digging a little hole. See how he's digging? And he's tucked his head in, so he knows I'm here, and he's a bit frightened. And I tell you what, I have tried picking them up. Those spikes are very sharp, so don't do it.